Okay, hello and welcome everyone. Welcome to JFD Brokers Traders Tea Time with me, Darius Lanchauskas. Today's the 26th of July 2018, so welcome to this afternoon, Thursday's afternoon session, where we're going to have a look at a few instruments. Yep, the ones that I kind of picked for this session. And but before we do that, before we look at the charts, let's quickly have a read through our risk disclaimer first. So the content of this webinar does not constitute investment advice or investment recommendation and does not in any way constitute an invitation to acquire any financial instrument or product. As always, a few seconds for you to read the rest and we can continue. Just a very quick reminder of our JFD Brokers website, and specifically JFD Research webpage, which we update on a daily basis. So you can go in and have a look at different analysis that we do on a daily basis. Yep. So we'll also throw out every morning our morning analysis. So yep, for the day ahead, and also mentioning the news what happened yesterday. So yep, feel free to check us out, guys, and I believe you can find something useful for yourselves. Okay, but for now, let's have a look at the charts. Now, the first one I want to touch on, guys, is the Nasdaq 100. Now, we continue to hit all-time highs. I mean, yesterday we had another hit here, and certainly at this point, just judging by the picture that is building up right now, it seems that we are in a channel here, in the rising channel. So if this continues to head higher like this as it is right now, then I mean there is a possibility for this one just to move all the way here towards this upper bound of the rising channel. Now certainly I'm not saying anything that, I mean, it could break it to the upside and could continue pushing higher, but nevertheless still this is a good potential area to keep an eye on, as well. If we're going to take into consideration the Bollinger Bands here as well, we could maybe push towards this level right here, and that would be something around the 7580 mark, or maybe even getting closer to the 7600. So the nice good number of the 7600 could be a possible target for Nasdaq, but certainly, of course, if that continues to accelerate in the same pace as it is right now. For us to become more bearish on this one, let's say, or just to become bearish on this one, we would need to see a good strong reversal back down, and initially, of course, break here below this. Let me just adjust the level here slightly. So below the 74.10 mark, something like that, approximately there. And then, of course, we could target the lower levels, especially this 73.10 mark, and a break below that could open the path towards these lower levels, or even actually the lower side of the aforementioned upside channel. So keep an eye on this one, guys. Certainly at the moment, just judging by this, it looks strong. Certainly, just to don't forget, we're in the earnings season as well. So technology stocks are probably reporting their good results. But yep, like I said, we could maybe continue pushing higher, or at least maybe we could see a bit of a retracement here, a test of the 74.10 area, and then a jump back higher. So something like this could be possible, but like again, for kind of a for a more bearish scenario, we would need to see a nice good move here below the 73.10 mark. So keep an eye on it, guys. Let's jump into one of the commodities here, and the one that I really wanted to show you, it's silver. So silver managed to touch and test this key area here, the 15.625. So we managed to rebound from it and move lower. So certainly for now, the daily candle here is forming as a bearish one. Let's see where this day is going to close. If we're still going to close here below the 15.625 mark, then well, we could maybe expect a bit of a decline here again. So certainly, as you can see, we do the commodity, the precious metal found its support here at around this 15.20 mark. So it acted as a nice zone here, as a nice potential support zone. So on the bigger picture, let's say like that, if we would like to see, well, if we would start considering or should I probably rephrase, do apologize, probably rephrase that sentence here. For us to consider the downside scenario, we would need to see a nice move here below, and especially a close below the 1520 mark, in order to kind of start examining these lower levels here, especially this low that we saw here in July to last year. So around the 14.40 mark, let's round it up. So 14.40 could be a potential target, but only if we get a nice break here below this 1520. So keep an eye on it, guys. Certainly there could be some good levels here in the middle, but like I said, on the bigger picture, this is a nice target as well. Could be a nice target, the 1440. But on the upside, well, if this suddenly reverses and moves back above this 15.625 area, well, I mean, keep an eye on this level right here, the 15.75. So the 15.75 currently coincides with this 21 EMA, so basically could get a nice test here as well. But if that doesn't hold, well, this could be interesting for the bulls, and this is where probably we could see more bulls jumping in and trying to drive this one, drive this precious metal back up here, and maybe initially towards this 15.98, or actually let's round it up actually towards the 16 level. So good potential area as well for possible resistance, but if that doesn't hold, well, we do have this this line here, this upside support line. It has been running here since December 2017. We could end up maybe testing that one from underneath, but of course for that you would need to see a total recovery here, total, like initially breaking all these key areas of resistance that I was just talking about, and then yep, we could start positioning ourselves for a test of this upside support line, and a test of that line from underneath. So for now, guys, keep all eyes are on this, all eyes on the 15.625. Certainly all eyes are on that level tomorrow as well, because this is where it's going to be interesting, because this is how it's developing right now on the weekly chart. And if, let's say, we're not going to close, we're going to still close below this level, below this 15.625, well, still keep an eye on how this candle is going to shape up here. We could maybe, like I said, we could form this a doji here, and next week we could probably see a bit more activity, maybe bigger, bigger swings here. So something like that could be possible, and then yeah, we could start examining maybe the upside if we get a nice break here above the 15.625. But for now, keep on watching this level for today especially. But as the way the day's kind of going along right now, it seems that we might get a close in the bearish, in the red zone. Let's jump into a few pairs. Now, the one that I want to show you guys is the euro. You can see a bit of a decline here today. Certainly, we had the ECB press conference, and you can see it had a slightly negative effect here on the euro dollar. And initially, of course, trying to push higher, and let me just put a 4-hour chart on this one. To be honest, we can see that initially we're trying to initially in the beginning of the day we were trying to push higher, but then yep, everything turned around, and now we're testing this key area of support at around 116.80. Now continue monitoring it, because a nice break here below could open the path towards lower levels, and we could start maybe positioning ourselves for a test of the 115.75. Now keep an eye on it, of course, guys, because at the moment, as you can see, this we're stuck here in this little short range between the 116.80 and the 117.45. So keep an eye on these key levels. If we get, like I said, I'll probably repeat myself now, if we get a nice break here below the 116.80, well, like I said, keep an eye on the lower side here, because this could be the point where more bears would start jumping in, and seeing this as a negative for the pair, and yeah, they could eventually drive it towards this 115.75. On the upside, we need to see a nice clear break and a close above this 117.45 in order to kind of start positioning ourselves for higher levels. Of course, initially aiming for the 117.60 and then towards the 117.90. So, but if these two are not able to withhold the rate from accelerating, then well, we do have the upper bound of this wider range that we can see that the pair is kind of still stuck in. So this level here, the upper bound of it is around the 118,400. So certainly we could start considering that level only if we get nice good closing candles here above these levels here, the 117.60 and the 117.90. So keep an eye on it, guys. Another euro pair, EURJPY. Let me quickly just show you the daily chart here, and we can see we had a nice run here to the downside. Now it's currently testing this. Well, actually, it managed yesterday already to test the upside support line, this the short-term upside support line that has been running since around the 29th of May. The big question here is this gonna just rebound here nicely and move back up again, or actually are we gonna get a nice break here and then which could open the path towards lower levels? So for now, keep an eye. Probably the suggestion could be here, keep an eye on this level. But to be honest, even if we get a break here below, don't react straight away. Keep an eye. Let's see where the daily candle closes. If you get a daily close here below this upside support line, of course that's not the kind of the tipping point here. I mean, not the turning point, let's put it that way, not the turning point. We need to see a good close here below this 129.40 level, approximately there. So if we do get a nice close here below the upside support line, we need to see also a nice close below the 129.40 in order to get, in order to get comfortable with the downside scenario here, where we could start aiming for the 128.55 zone. But if this kind of rebounds here and we get another move higher, certainly keep an eye on this little level right here. Let me just quickly highlight that. Keep an eye on this area, potential area of resistance, which if broken could open the path back towards these higher levels again. So, and that area is around the 130.30 mark, approximately there. So if we get a nice close on the day here above this level, this could be this could turn around to be quite bullish for the pair. But at this point in time, like I said, as you can see clearly here, the pair is resting on this, even on this actually this midterm kind of flattish upside support line here that has been running since around the August of last year. Well, probably let's rename it from midterm to more of a longer term, to be honest. So keep an eye on this level here, keep an eye on this line. This is where like I said, where the pair is resting at the moment. But if we get a continuation move here to the downside, we do have some good potential areas of support which could hold the rate from dropping lower. Let me jump into another chart, another pair, which is the GBP Aussie, and certainly GBP is kind of performing slightly better today against the Aussie, and we're seeing this daily candle pushing higher now above this 50 EMA. We can see that the 200 EMA acted as a very nice area of support here, from which now the pair is kind of pushing away higher. But to be honest, the key important level to keep an eye on here, the key important resistance level, would be around this area here, around the 1.7795 mark, approximately there. So if we do get a nice break here above, well, keep an eye on it. Keep an eye on these higher levels. Certainly this, like I said, a nice good close above this level as well could open the path towards this 178.75 mark, approximately there. But if that doesn't hold, we do have a longer term strong resistance level around here, around this 179.70. We can, as you can see, it kind of proved to be a nice area of resistance that we had here since the mid-June. So good area to watch, but only of course if we get a break here initially above the 177.95, and then we start moving higher above the 178.75 mark, approximately there. So keep an eye on it. Keep an eye on these levels. So for now, certainly the kind of the way it's shaping up, it's looking more bullish than bearish, so we could actually get another test of this 177.95 mark soon. So for now, certainly keep a close eye on it. And the last pair that I really wanted to touch on quickly, guys, before I finish this video, is the Aussie Yen. Now, the Aussie Yen is looking weak, and certainly at the moment we can see that the Aussie is taking a hit a little bit, but still kind of cannot overcome this level here, this area of support around the 82.100 level, so something like that, approximately there. So continue monitoring this 82.100. If we get a nice break and a close below that, this could eventually open the path towards lower levels. We could start then positioning ourselves for a possible test of a few key areas of support around here, around the 81 mark, something like that. And if that doesn't hold, we do have another good potential area of support around this 80.50 zone, which acted as a nice area of support here on the 23rd and the 26th, sorry, of March. So this proved to be a very important level here for this pair, from which it kind of reversed back up here, but to be honest ended up moving sideways. So for now, all eyes on the shorter term picture, all eyes on this 82.100 zone. So keep an eye. If we get a nice close below this, well, like I said, this could open the path towards higher levels. But on the upside, let me just quickly jump into a 4-hour chart. Let me just adjust this level quickly here, and yep, there we go. And on the, like I said, on the upside, we need to see a nice clearance here above this level here around the 82.85 mark, or actually, even to be honest, for more better confirmation, we would need to see a nice clear break above the 82.90 in order to kind of start considering a potential move higher. From where it could end up pushing towards this level right here that we saw around the 83.95, which was the peak around the 18th of July. So guys, for now, just judging the way it's kind of structured right now, how the way the pair and the candles are positioning themselves, keep an eye on this level first, around the 82.100. Let's see if it breaks it or not. If it does break it, on the shorter term, of course, continue monitoring these levels here, these lower levels, the 81.80 mark approximately there. And if that doesn't hold, well, like I said, we could end up pushing lower towards the levels that I've just discussed recently. So keep an eye on these levels, guys, and yep, hopefully it works out. Okay, thank you very much for watching and listening. I hope you found it useful, and I hope you have a good US session for the ones who are trading the US session. For the ones who are finished for today, thank you very much and have a good day. Bye-bye.